you see is the picture. You know what I mean? So.
So I'm gonna. So you asked last week, Sean. I decided to keep it this way this time instead of the other way. Why? Because when the video comes out, it didn't flip with it.
Hi everybody. It is. Oh, what does that mean?
Nope, I think you're good.
It is?
Yep, you're good.
All right, hi everybody. It is Thursday morning and we are back in the WVEC studios. And we just finished wrapping up taping with our crew. This is Zach Miller, host and entrepreneur. This is Sean Devereaux, producer and entrepreneur. Bobby Rangel is our photojournalist extraordinaire.
And drummer.
Alicia, what is your last name?
Lundy,
and you are helping us make this magic happen. That's the bottom line. Greg
Magic,
is our director.
magic maker.
Oh, double periscope.
Let's go.
You're an entrepreneur, and you are helping us also on this journey. So we wanted to talk with these guys because we're all entrepreneurs here, and it's kind of a new thing, isn't it, for some of us, at least for me. So in any case, we wanted to talk and let you meet the people we get to meet and work with on this show. So
Loving the work team. Thanks,
exactly.
Renee.
Oh, nice, Renee. Thanks so much. All right, so here's
my cup of tea.
Is let us know if you like this in-depth look. Tap the screen. Throw up some hearts. Let us know what you're thinking about this, and you're going to get some in-depth knowledge of what the studio looks like and how it runs, and we're going to hear about some businesses. So, Sean,
Hearts
we'll
all
start with
day.
you because you're right here on my left.
Okay.
Talk about what it is you do.
What I do for the show.
Let's talk about your business first, and then we can talk about the show.
My business, I own the Push Comedy Theater.
In what city?
In Norfolk, the new Norfolk Arts District. I am a member of the Pushers. We are a comedy group that's been around for 10 years. And then this past November, we opened our own theater and comedy school in downtown Norfolk.
Isn't that cool? A comedy school. I think that's a great idea. Chris says funny.
Thank you.
So can you be funny for us?
No, not
That's
on
a joke.
Yeah, tell us.
You had to pay me. You had to pay me.
We have to take a class. right?
Exactly.
Here's $1.
So tap the screen and let us know if you can relate to Sean's story. He works here at Channel 13, but he's an entrepreneur on the side, so he's doing
Yes.
a bajillion things.
And then when the general manager of the station, I try to keep the comedy and 13 Works separate, but when she found out I was a small business owner, she said, hey, you guys would be great, or you would be great to produce this brand new show that we were starting all about.
So let's talk about the show now. Like, as far as the premise behind it, the purpose for it, and how we all are working together. Talk about that, Sean.
The main premise of this show is to be a tool for business owners and business leaders in the area. We want to make each show have information that people can take away and put into use immediately. It's also a way to kind of highlight local businesses, maybe some businesses that aren't getting enough exposure. We have a lot of businesses that have started here that are making a huge impact on the national level that I didn't even know it existed until I started really working on this show and starting to do some research. So there's a lot of great things happening in Hampton Roads business community.
You gotta give us examples.
Well,
have you been?
the first and foremost, there is this really cool
Yo, what's
theater
up?
in downtown Norfolk called the Push Comedy Theater.
There you go.
There's the
There you go.
up, Dave?
But we did a story on Grow Interactive that does marketing campaigns for Fortune 500 companies. That is huge. What are some of the other stories?
Hustle City.
We have Hatch.
We have Hatch.
Hatch.
Yeah,
Zach
there you
Miller's own Hatch.
Yeah.
Lucy's Cookies is
Dr.
Lucy's
Lucy's Cookies.
Cookies.
It's a
Bringing
cookie
in a
company
lot
that
What's the
started-
title of what?
Sabrosa Foods. Okay, so let's kind of circle
Steve,
back.
what's the title?
HRBusinessWeekly.com is our website. And, you know, while we're focusing on businesses in the Tidewater region of Virginia, really the lessons that we're sharing can work for any entrepreneur. So Bobby Rangel, you are our photographer. And it's more than
They
that.
call me a special projects producer.
Okay, that's right.
Because I can.
You just
You
got
can do
19
it all.
hearts for
I
me.
do a lot of
Someone
things.
thinks you're
19,
attractive.
I know.
Oh.
Hello.
How
Hi.
many
Throw
hearts?
up the
That's a lot of
hearts. Tap
hearts.
the screen. Tap the
That's
screen.
a lot of hearts. Give me 88 hearts.
So if anyone has seen your
Please.
videos, which you can access at hrbusinessweekly.com,
Uh-huh.
they're shot in a different way than a typical news story. So talk about that.
Sean and I deliberated on the style of the show. We knew that we didn't want to be this cheesy, like boring business show. This
Cheesy?
One camera at a desk, and some chairs.
Hello, and
So
welcome.
we,
As much as we like the news, because we've been both
Yeah.
working at Channel 13 for over a decade, we didn't want this show to look like your standard news.
and don't get
program.
us wrong, 13 News Now is the bomb. They do an excellent job at the classic news presentation with a more urgent feel, and we love all of our standing talent. We try to get everybody moving around. But anyway, so we've taken a little bit of the risk with a lot of handheld cameras with telephoto lenses, which is very tricky. But we just basically have been ironing out our own style, kind of based off of it's a bit trendy right now. It's kind of a lot of movement, different camera angles,
Some nice cutaways.
cutaways, and then and then it enables us to time and give the piece rhythm.
So when you see those things, they're intentional.
Yes.
So
for
people,
the
when
most
you
part.
ask, that stuff is intentional.
But hey, some of it's happy accidents,
Yeah.
too. So,
I like that. Happy accidents.
I will
What do you
say,
guys think of that? Happy accidents
Well,
in
for
video.
instance, the
What questions do you guys have for Bobby, too?
We had a GoPro and already in our kit, and our chief of engineering brought me this little handheld gimbal. So it's like
What's
one of
a
those.
gimbal?
It's a powered gimbal a stabilizer. So it basically makes the camera in its horizontal position the entire time, so
Yeah.
you can't really mess up the shot. And we introduced that
Makerspace, probably.
really early, but it was the Makerspace interview that
That
really
really helped.
stood out.
The really widescreen shots.
Yes,
those ones.
And,
Yeah.
and that alone, just doing that shoot that one day, opened up a whole nother window for us. So, but we're trying to get it a little bit more refined. You'll notice a little bit more smooth, not as much shake, but still some movement. So, yeah,
it's definitely different. Like my mom's biggest complaint has been, how come Cheryl's not looking at the camera
Yeah,
when we
my
do
wife-
the cutaways in
Cassie
the
says the same.
studio?
So your mom is your
Like,
biggest
who
fan?
are they
Yeah, well,
looking
she's
at?
always my biggest fan.
Oh,
yes.
moms
looking at?
always are, right?
Yeah.
Aw. So, what would you describe? How would you describe sort of the way we're putting this show together? It's not trial and error, because it's not. But I think it's about pushing the envelope. Don't you think? I mean, that's how I
Definitely.
feel.
Pushing.
I mean,
Yeah.
we do have a
Pushing,
nice,
always pushing.
A very awesome format that this man came up with. Really, I mean, it's on the fly. Like we're still adding to it. We're taking away, but it's these interview segments that we want to be conversational.
Yeah.
And it's
Agreed.
exactly what Sean's vision was. So, as long as we get that, keep that, held together, I think we'll have the guts of the show. We'll probably see a little bit more, like the events calendar will ramp up.
Yeah.
If you have events, let us know.
Exactly.
We can go to
yeah,
our Facebook
business
page
events.
and do that.
But I would say one of the biggest things, and I think what we're going to do now is I'll take this, and
doing?
Bobby, if you want to
Oh,
take
yeah.
this
Oh,
one. One of the great things about the show are our two wonderful and lovely hosts.
scripted.
No, that was kind of nice that he
Thank
said.
you.
He's never been that nice to us. Are you taking off the
Taking the
jacket?
Yeah.
jacket off. You
Oh,
guys
the
know
Oh, man.
There you go.
Style.
There you go. Yeah, the gun show.
The Miller style has
We just lost like 27 hearts.
All right, tap the screen. We need some hearts.
Unfortunately.
We need some hearts, please. Any questions that you have for us? So let me ask Zach some questions. How did
Yes.
you get started as an entrepreneur? Because the way I tell people the show about the show is it's a show for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, and I think that makes it really, really different. So how did your journey start?
Well, my original journey started when I was probably 10 years old, and I grew up in Northern Virginia and only received so much money in allowance money. And on my 10th birthday, I got $100 from my grandma.
Oh, wow,
and
that's a lot.
It was. And so instead of going and buying one video game or 2 video games and a bunch of candy, I decided to invest and start a business and bought a lawnmower.
Wow,
And so,
at 10?
At 10.
Nice.
And so I found my first customers because I found people whose yards needed to be groomed and did that for a couple of years and never really thought about it ever again. Went to school at West Virginia University. Let's go
We have
back.
another alum here.
Just found that out today.
Yeah.
It's great. To be a sports anchor, really did that for a little bit. Moved down here, fell out of love with the game, and then got back into my business career and saw a lot of holes to grow a business. And so I filled them by creating my own solutions and then basically built a company around that. And so what I think is interesting what you just said about for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs is I feel like that's what Hatch is too. It's for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs. We're really focused on companies kind of in the napkin stage. So if you're at the coffee shop or at a bar and you have an idea that's napkin stage to about 3 years old, and anything in there, we give companies the tools and resources to grow in
awesome.
any kind of medium. And we built it because we needed it, and now we're able to expand that and build a company to give services to people as well.
Nice.
So what's the plug? What's the plug?
Startwithhatch.com. And actually, we have an event tonight at Hatch, 6 p.m. Kobe will be pitching his product, It's Real
Nice.
TV. It's called Startup Night. We've done it for about 4.5 years, where we showcase, we allow businesses to showcase their company, 2 to 5 companies a month. And we're announcing a big new event that we've kind of done in the past, but we've completely rebranded it and completely changed it. It's free, it'll be fun. 111 Granby Street, startwithhatch.com.
Nice.
And what about you? How did you
Nice.
get into your business
So
career?
I've
Spin it right
been
back.
no problem. I've been in television news, anchoring, reporting for 20 years, and I left the TV news business last year in 2014 to start my own company. So the recession happened, 2007, 2008, and a lot of stations were struggling. It was really a tough time for a lot of businesses, and so what a lot of stations did is they started creating TV shows. Because that's what we do, right? That's what we do. We create shows. And so that gave me the chance to do some hosting and to do different kinds of stories. And for me, it was doing stories with business owners. And I'd never met them before. I'd never met entrepreneurs
Right.
in a way where I could talk about their stories versus using their services and being like a customer. So I started doing that and realizing, well, these are
Live
awesome.
TV, coffee down.
Yeah.
We're going to need to clean that up. But then I realized that I really like entrepreneurs. I like the way they think. I like how they are, and it's not positive, but it's problem solving. How they're positive and problem solving, and they're looking for solutions and trying to create something better for other people.
We don't just say there's something to be done
Right.
and
They
then
do
wait
it.
for it to do it.
They just
figure
do
out the way to
it.
make it happen.
They figure it out. It's a very figure it out mentality, and I really like that. So last year in 2014, I left television and started my company, Cheryl Tan Media, CherylTanMedia.com. You can reach me there. I've got some free information there if you want that. And what I do is I take companies past the startup stage. They have a message, they have a product, they have business, and I help them get attention. I'm really good at helping them get media attention, but it's marketing and public relations kind of all rolled into one, with the ultimate goal of reaching the people who you want to reach, so really reaching your target audience.
Who the businesses want to reach.
Who those people want to reach. So CherylTanMedia.com, and it's been great to be able to do this.
All up on Facebook. I think we all are.
We're
Yeah.
all up on
So-
Facebook, but we're also on Periscope. So I think we're going to try and do this more regularly if this is beneficial. So throw some hearts up if you like it. If not, put some comments in there
Or any
about what you'd
questions? Did any
rather.
questions come up?
Yeah,
No,
what you'd
it's
rather hear about.
What is that for?
You'll see them on that.
Yeah, they'd pop up on
They
the
would
screen.
pop up, but
I
if
don't
they
think I
don't
did
pop
see
up, it's no problem as well. So in any case,
The green
we
shirt.
appreciate you joining us, and perhaps we will do this another time if there's interest. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Deuces.
What else you'd
See you
like
guys Sunday at 9.
All right.
New shows, ABC 13, out.
Nice.
All right. I hope that works so you can have that. We had one live viewer. That's not good. Oh no, I had 20.
Still out.